Why your sanding ruins wood finish and how to fix it. Sanding seems simple, just grab some sandpaper and smooth the wood, right? But in reality, sanding is one of the most common ways beginners ruin their woodworking projects. The mistakes often don't show up until you apply stain or finish, and by then, it's too late. Today, I'm going to walk you through why your sanding might be ruining your wood finish, show you the most common mistakes, and explain how to fix them so your projects look flawless every single time. The first mistake is skipping grits. Many beginners jump straight from coarse grit to a very fine grit, or they try to save time by sanding with only one grit. This leaves deep scratches that are invisible until stain or finish is applied. The result? Uneven coloring and ugly marks across your project. The correct way is to work through the grits gradually. Start with a coarse grit to flatten, then move up step by step. 80, 120, 180, 220, and sometimes even higher, depending on the wood and finish. Each grit removes the scratches left by the one before it. The second mistake is sanding against the grain. Wood fibers have direction, and sanding across them cuts deep grooves that stand out once finish is applied. It might look smooth to your eye, but stain will soak into those scratches and highlight them in the worst way. Always sand with the grain to keep the fibers aligned and the surface smooth. Another mistake is not sanding evenly. Beginners often put more pressure on one area, leaving dips and uneven spots. When you apply stain, those areas absorb more color and turn blotchy. The fix is to let the sandpaper do the work. Don't press too hard. Use steady, even strokes and check your surface often under good lighting. Next is sanding too fine. This might sound strange, but if you sand wood too smooth, especially with softwoods, the pores close up and stain can't penetrate. The result is a washed-out, uneven finish. For most projects, sanding to 220 grit is ideal. If you're planning to stain, don't go too far beyond that unless you're working with hardwoods and know the effect you want. Dust is another big problem. Even if you sand perfectly, leaving dust on the surface can ruin the finish. The dust mixes with stain or varnish and leaves a cloudy, uneven look. The solution is simple. After sanding, always wipe down the surface with a tack cloth, vacuum it, or use compressed air. A clean surface ensures your finish goes on smooth and professional. Finally, inconsistent sanding between boards can ruin the whole project. If one board is sanded to 120 grit and another to 220, they will absorb stain differently and look mismatched. Always sand all pieces of your project to the same grit before finishing. Consistency is key to getting a uniform, professional result. So let's recap. Don't skip grits, always sand with the grain, apply even pressure, avoid oversanding, clean off dust, and keep sanding consistent across all your boards. If you avoid these mistakes, your finishes will look cleaner, smoother, and more professional every single time. Sanding may feel boring compared to cutting or assembly, but it's one of the most important steps in woodworking. A little extra care during sanding makes the difference between a project that looks amateur and one that looks like it came out of a high-end furniture shop. If this video helped you spot mistakes you've made before, drop a comment and let me know which one was your biggest aha moment. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for weekly woodworking tips, and share it with a friend who's learning the craft. Your projects deserve the best finish possible, and it all starts with sanding the right way.